All right, YouTube Axis and Allies brethren, welcome back to Turret 2 for this 42.2 version of Axis and Allies game between No Limit as the Allies and myself, Captain Jack, as the Axis. This is Germany's G5 turn, actually. This is the 5th turn for Germany, so G5. They have 48 IPCs to spend. They'll be producing 8 tanks. That's right, 8 armor divisions for the German SS units be producing for this turn. There's only 2 battles, one in Archangel, which is going to be an overkill. We've got 19 tanks from Germany and 2 artillery going into Archangel, taking on 1 American infantry division. And in West Russia, we've got 1 infantry division from Belarusia going into West Russia, supported by a bomber with 4 coming from the Baltic states and 5 fighters coming from the Baltic states. The bomber will have 4 movements left in its fuel gauge. The fighters will have 2. All right, so should be 2 pretty easy rollover victories, but so we'll see what we can come up with here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the tank roll set up now. All right, so for 5 of the tanks, I'm just going to roll 5 at a time. 5 tanks. Rolling at the blue 3-hit die, and 1 green die is representing the U.S. infantry unit defending there. All right, so here goes the roll. And there were plenty of hits. The green die, sorry, slid to the side there, slid out of the picture. Sorry about that, No Limit. But there was no hit on it. It did not hit. All right, so infantry unit in Archangel has been eliminated. Archangel is now in possession of the Germans. That will take them from 39 to 40, I believe. 40 IPCs. Sorry about that, I had a coughing fit. Okay, so for the Battle of West Russia, we've got 5 fighters represented by 5 blue dice, 1 bomber represented by a red, 1 SS infantry unit represented by a black dice, and 1 lone Russian infantry defending at a 2 with a green die. All right, so here's the roll. And there were 4 hits by the Germans and no hits by the Russians. As you can see there, the green die had no hit. All right, so those battles pretty much went as planned and the way they should have gone. So let me come back and do non-combat movements. Okay, so there is one last battle, and this is a sea battle. There's a lot of units here, but not much to this one. But the 5 subs in Sea Zone 8 are going to move north 2 spaces into Sea Zone 2 and take on as much of that fleet as they can up there. Kind of knock out some of those destroyers for future rounds, hopefully. All right, so for that dice roll, let me get the camera set up. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got 5... German U-boats going up against 1 cruiser, and looks like there are 6 destroyers in there, and an aircraft carrier, and an aircraft carrier. So we're going to try to knock out as many of those destroyers as we can. So here goes a roll of 5 green 2-hit die for the subs. There's no surprise strike because there's destroyers involved. So here we go. And there were 3 hits. So we'll eliminate 3 of the destroyers from there. So 3 U.S. destroyers have been destroyed. And so they will fire back. So we're going to roll for 5 destroyers because I only have 5. Well, we'll roll 5 green die, and then I'll roll one red D6 for the other destroyer. So that'll be 6 destroyers rolling. 1 cruiser at a blue 3-hit die, and 1 carrier also at a D6. So a carrier and a destroyer are both rolling at a D6 because they both defend it. They both defend at 2. Yes. All right. So here's the defense roll for the and I get a roll for the fighters too. Sorry. So 2 red die for the fighters, since they can see the subs because of the destroyers being present. So rolling for the fighters as well. All right, here we go. Should get 5 hits here. And they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So 6 hits. So the U-boats have been destroyed. They did take out 3 destroyers, but all 5 of them are now eliminated. All right. Go back to the board for non-combat. All right. So for non-combat movement, the planes that took place in the Battle of West Russia, that took part in the Battle of West Russia, sorry, are all going to Karelia. So they're going to land in Karelia at the air base there. The tanks, the 7 tanks that are in Germany, are going to move 2 spaces into Karelia as well. Okay. Let me back that up. I'll make one slight change. One of the tanks in Germany is going to go into Ukraine. Yeah, one of the tanks is going to go into Ukraine. All right, so the rest of them, the other 6, went into Karelia, but 1 went into Ukraine. All right. So for placement of new units, 2 tanks are going down in Karelia. And the other 6 are going down in Germany. The other 6 are going down in Germany. All right. So that'll do it for non-combat movements this round. So let's do a unit recap. All right. So in France, there are 5 infantry, 2 fighters, 2 AA guns. In Germany, there are 6 tanks. In Ukraine, there is 1 tank. In West Russia, there's 1 infantry. In Karelia, there are 5 fighters, 1 bomber, and you chip this out. And 8 tanks. So 5 fighters, 1 bomber, 8 tanks. In Archangel, there's 2 infantry and 19 tanks. So, as the Germans probably want to say right now, tanks for nothing. Anyway, so that'll do it for the non-combat movement and placement of new units. So, from Turret 2 in Wake Forest, North Carolina, Captain Jack signing off, over and out.